Hey guys. So I was doing a little bit of thinking yesterday and I kind of got in my feelings a little bit because, I was thinking of how much progress I've made in the last few years just in my life. And I wanted to talk to you about some of the things I was thinking about. So for those of you who have been on my channel for a while, at least in the last few years, you know that I was married. Shortly after I got married, I was living in hotel rooms because we needed to get out of the apartment that we were staying in. And I was living in hotel rooms for a little bit before I moved in with my then mother-in-law. And I just was thinking of like where my life is now compared to where my life was then. Like at that time, I was taking medical assistant classes for the first time. And then I had to drop out of medical assistant classes because like worrying about being homeless and where I was gonna live was more important than worrying about like lab values and all the medical assistant stuff that was going on. So I didn't finish that first set of medical assistant classes, and then I ended up, after we had found our house and everything, being able to take medical assistant classes for free. The ones that I quit or dropped out of, I was actually paying for. And to think now that I have gone from basically being homeless, because when you're living in a hotel room, you're basically homeless. Seeing that I have gone from that place of homelessness and, wondering where I'm going to be able to sleep next week, because it was very expensive to live in hotel rooms. And if I hadn't been getting unemployment because of the pandemic, we wouldn't have even been able to afford living in the hotel rooms. And it was not a very good situation, but just to see like where my life has progressed from those days when I was living in the hotel rooms and, worrying about having enough food and where we're going to get food from and all these things, to now I'm a full-time pre-med student, regardless of whether it's online school or not. The fact that I was able to push myself and get accepted to a pre-med program, well, even just college, and be on the pre-med track, it's very crazy to think that just, a couple years ago, I was sleeping in a hotel room. Because it was this time, a couple years ago, that I was living in the hotel rooms, because it was, I think I started living in hotel rooms in April because we had to be out by April 1st. And so we moved out, and then we were staying in the hotel rooms, and eventually my mother-in-law let us move into her house and sleep in a tiny room in her house. But, it was very, very rough. And I'm just amazed at my resilience, because I really doubted my capabilities and looked down on myself and didn't think that my life was really headed anywhere good or positive. And thank you for all of you who definitely had faith in my capabilities and were encouraging and positive and helped lift me up out of that hole that I was in. I just can't believe that I have come from being homeless to being able to get my life back on track, and, getting accepted to college was one of the best things that I think happened to me, because I am very motivated now. And not that I wasn't motivated then, but I am very motivated to finish my degree program and to finally be able to do something with my life, finally be able to be a productive member of society. Not that I'm not now, because obviously I have 2 jobs and I go to college, but it's just crazy. Like, I wish that everybody who was having a hard time in their life could see that it is possible, you know, that you can achieve your dreams, because I am on the track now that I should be able to finish my degree program in a couple years, my bachelor's degree. And I'm just really looking forward to this journey and looking forward to sharing this journey with all of you. I mean, obviously I started my journey back in January, but I'm feeling good about the progress that I'm making, and I'm feeling good about where my life is headed. Like I said, I feel like I'm finally on the right track, and I'm finally like headed in the right direction. So again, thank you for everybody who was so encouraging to me when we were living in hotels, when I was sharing my story with you guys. It was definitely not easy, and I've overcome a lot in the process of getting to where I am today. And so, like I said, if you are currently going through a rough time, know that it can turn itself around. Know that you can turn your life around and do what it is that you want to do with your life, and you can be what it is that you want to be. You can do it. You just have to focus and look for the opportunity, because there are opportunities around us every day. And I know that sounds so cliche, but you know, you just have to grab onto it and don't let go. So I've just been thinking about that lately, and I'm very proud of myself and for what I've overcome. So yeah. If there's any topics that you guys would like me to talk about in the future on my channel, please let me know, and I would be glad to get something filmed for you. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys next time.